Parliament and Ghosts is an assemblage of materials which we've shipped over from Ghana for the occasion of this exhibition. These are materials which have been gathered by Mahama over several years in his home country. He's gathered these materials from a locomotive workshop in Sekondi in the south of the country, from a salvage market in Accra, from his home city of Tamale, and several other places across the country, many of them post-industrial sites. There's an archive in the exhibition which is filled with traditional archive materials such as books and journals and maps, but it's important to understand that everything in the exhibition is archive. So there are train seats, shavings from the reconditioning of train wheels, the leather linings from first-class carriages of trains. The railway doesn't run in Ghana anymore, so a lot of this material is available to, or abandoned. It's really important to Mahama's practice to see the aesthetics of these materials and to understand their potential for artwork, but also for Ghana as a country. There is a 7-channel film shown inside a concrete silo structure within another gallery in the exhibition. These silos are really important. They were built across several sites in Ghana after independence from British colonial rule, which came in 1957. The silos were for the cocoa processing company, and they had this intention that Ghana would be able to thrive from its own resources. They were never actually used because of the political and military history that followed independence, but Mahama sees huge potential in them. So in a way, with this film, he's filled them with that potential. There are 2 paintings in the exhibition which were begun in 2012 when Ibrahim was still a student. They're not paintings in a traditional sense. He uses textiles and school cabinets as his materials, so it's very much an expanded painting practice. But they're an important inclusion in this exhibition because they are precursors to the jute sacking installations for which Mahama has become internationally famous. And they signal a very different kind of textile, one that is very relevant to the Whitworth and our collection, which includes several thousand textiles. There are 10 photographs in the exhibition. They show the arms of collaborators with which Ibrahim has worked over many years. Their arms are tattooed with their own names of their family members and the places that they're from. This is about labour conditions in the country. The people that he collaborates with are from the north of the country, as is he, and they often migrate south to find work. This is quite a precarious situation often, and so their names are tattooed on their arms in case something happens to them on these journeys or in the work that they do. One of the things that was central to the making of this exhibition was a trip that I made to Ghana to visit Ibrahim Mahama with my colleague Francine Hayfron, and this was really essential to us understanding how his practice works. We went to the places from which he gathers the materials that you see here in the exhibition. We visited his home city of Tamale and saw the work that he's developing there. We came away with a real understanding of how his achievements in the international art world have real impact on the country that he's from.